So I post a lot of things on social media, and recently I decided to share my morning routine. Let's just say that the haters be real. The haters came out and they had a lot to say. Today's a video in response to all my haters. I love you. And let's break down what the morning routine really is, maybe why you hate it so much. In fact, you're welcome to even text me personally and drop all of that hate right in front of my face. Just do it! By the way, yes, this actually is my cell phone number. You can imagine that sometimes on video shoots, I'm traveling in the world, but I do make it a point to make sure that I can respond to you. So yeah, if you want to talk about anything on this video, if you want to get personal with me and you want to talk about your love life, you want to talk about your finances, you want to talk about real estate investing or businesses, you want to talk about your health, you're welcome to do all of that. Literally, just hit me up. Do it! Let's chat. My morning routine is actually all about cultivating energy. I believe you can have everything. I think that there's time, effort, and energy to build a strong, fit, healthy body. I believe there's time for you to be on freaking cloud 10 with like the world's best relationship going down. You can be the best father, mother. I also believe that financially you can make the money you want. You can be connected to God. And we live in a world today where people say that balance is not possible. We're way too busy. And I just don't believe that. I refuse to believe that. And so I've built my world around balance and ultimately finding a way to grow in those 4 areas of life. We're going to break it down right now with what happens right at 4 a.m. I've got 3 seconds the moment my alarm goes off to kick my legs out of bed and to put on my headphones. And what I'm doing is I'm listening to a book for 20 minutes. I'll listen to a book on double speed. Mathematically, that means in 20 minutes, I'm listening to about 40 minutes of books. The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm getting ready for going to the gym. So I'm putting on my gym clothes, I'm taking my supplements, and I'm putting my shoes on. And so what do I want to do in the meantime? I start by just stimulating my mind and saying, hey, if we put good in, we'll get good out. Let's start by learning something new. I will admit I'm a super high energy person. I do not drink caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I don't put stimulants in my body other than my pre-workout in the morning. I've trained myself to be a high energy human being. People are like, dude, is that Adderall? Like, what is that dude on? Dude, I'm just high on life and I love life. Now, there are 2 different kind of books that I'm reading. These are not pleasure novels, fantasies, things like that. I'm generally toggling back and forth between a book based on something that I'm mastering. Like whatever I'm mastering, I'm reading one book on that, and then I'm alternating between a book on personal development. There's some incredible books out there that are just on how you develop yourself into a better version of you. So I'll go back and forth between both of those different kind of books. All right, between 4:20 and 5 a.m., this is where I'm doing both my cardio on the treadmill and I'm also doing my meditation. Cardio as a bodybuilder means that I'm not going like super intense, and I'm meditating during that period of time because if I can meditate in an active walking state, then I can actually maintain some of that meditative energy throughout the day when I'm also being physically active. When I say meditation, that means something different for everybody. For me specifically, I'm connecting with my maker. And specifically, I get razzed by a ton of people on my definition of meditation. And during my meditation, I'm harnessing energy by specifically meditating first on 4 different things, 4 dominant emotions. And these are chemicals in the body that we can literally induce all on our own. The first one is dopamine. I go into 5 minutes of deep gratitude and I'll focus on everything. I'll say it out loud, everything that I'm grateful for. And I'm listening to this really great meditative music and it's raising my vibrational energy. And I'm focusing, by the way, when you focus on the things in life that you're happy for, oxygen, I love trees, freaking, I'm a tree hugger. My family, my wife, my kids, and our private school system we've created and our friends. And I start thinking about all the different blessings that I have in life. And what that does is that starts flooding dopamine in the body. From there, I then shift into joy. And joy is serotonin. And so I start flooding serotonin, right? This body is a pharmacy that is waiting to be ignited by virtue of the choices, the things that you choose to think about. So I'm thinking about the time I was hang gliding in Brazil, and I was thinking about some of the places I've traveled in the world, and Christmas morning and birthdays and holidays, and just literally time with my wife and my kids and the special memories. And that joy now combines that dopamine with serotonin. From there, I add in another chemistry, oxytocin. And I do this where I start connecting first with myself and just asking, what's the message that you have for me today? I give myself a message that feels inspired that morning. I then step into a realm where I can connect to God and feel that message, which is so brilliant and so beautiful. Sometimes I'll connect with the spirit of my wife who has a beautiful message, or sometimes she's there on the treadmill with me and she'll share her message with me. And that oxytocin that comes in the body, man, that is a powerful, motivating, driving force for most human beings. And then I step into peace. That's GABA. That is literally allowing myself to do nothing and feel oneness with myself and give myself permission to just know that I'm worthy, priceless, precious, and enough without needing to do anything. All right, from 5 to 7 a.m., this is where I'm hanging out with buddies. I'm doing my weightlifting. I'll have my coach come in, and literally we're having fun. We're working hard. We're connecting. We're having, meaningful social time. So what's the big deal on weightlifting? Let me tell you, life's better when you have more muscle on your body. All right, between 7 and 8 a.m., I'm back from the gym. I'm back at my house. This is where I'm taking an hour with my wife. Dude, sometimes we continue meditation. Sometimes we're just talking. We're just connecting. We're taking time to feed and nurture for us, like outside of me and God. This on earth is like the most important relationship that I'm going to connect with, because if this relationship is good, then parenting is going to go easier. Hanging out with friends in the world and business and everything goes very different. Then the last part of my morning routine, right? Like the 5th and final hour, this is where I'm with my kids. I wake them up, we're eating together, we're talking about life lessons. I think for me, this is so important because for years now, as my children age and get older, as a parent, you don't get to pass everything on to them that you want. And so taking that time, whether it's talking about God or like principles of success or just basic things about like forgiveness or growth or overcoming problems, those are the conversations as a father that mean the most to me. Those are the things that I hope to pass on to my kids. I hope they just pick up a little bit of it. My kids are not in the public school system. They used to be. So I got to hire 2 amazing teachers, bring them in-house for my 4 kids. And I've been privately educating my kids. There's a lot of things that I don't educate my kids on that I don't think are important. There's a lot of like success hacks and life skills and things that they're learning, entrepreneurship, etc., that they would never get in school that I'm giving them. Then they have a ton of time to be social and pick up skills and play and have fun. And 8 to 9 is actually a really important hour for me, is that we all come together and that the family's all together. By the way, if you have any thoughts, comments, questions about anything in this routine, I got my cell phone here, so please feel free to text.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
All right, so what's the point of even making this video today? Well, first of all, doing the bare minimum isn't going to get you very far. We live in a very mediocre-driven world. People are lowering their standards left and right, and yet they don't know why we're in a mental health crisis. Like, people are more upset, sad, depressed, angry, unresolved than ever before. And the stats are coming out and just saying it's getting worse and worse and worse. Creating the life that you want, however, destiny, like where you end up in life. Like, I don't mean that romantically. I mean like, where's your final destination? Where you're going to wind up, I believe it's not a byproduct of what you do during the day. That's how we keep our head above water and kind of keep systems in flow. I believe that it's what we do outside of the normal things like sleeping, eating, and working. It's the things that we do outside on a daily, consistent basis that determine where we're going to be 20 years down the road. Based on my morning routine, I prioritize working out, building up my heart, building up my body. And I nutrition really well. So in 20 years, I'm hoping to be healthier, or at least incredibly as healthy like I am today. I read books every day. So in 20 years, I'd expect myself to be a lot wiser, a lot smarter, and a lot more knowledgeable, considering that the average high schooler only does, 2 books for the rest of their life. I would consider my relationship, I've been in this routine for many, many years, been married for 22 years. Instead of being divorced by 25, my guess is 20 years from now, I'm going to be more happily in love because of the time that I'm investing in my loved ones. And then I'm putting that time to God, like connecting on who I am, what my purpose is, what I can do to live the most fulfilling life. That's all daily routine for me. That's what my morning consists of. So I've written a book on how to have it all, because it's not just how early I wake up and the things that I do with my time. It's also the fact that I have permission to do a lot of things financially that other people never could dream of. And the content of this book, Have It All, is actually what makes all that possible. The book is ultimately a roadmap that says, hey, if you make these 5 financial choices, you can be very wealthy in a short period of time. And what you can do with that money, well, more money is more options. And in life, let me ask you, do you want to travel more? Do you want permission to make more memories? Do you want to work less? Do you want to buy some of the nicer or finer things in life, or do you want to give more away to charity? Like, reality, you can do whatever you want with money, because money doesn't do anything but magnify who you already are. What I know is that more money does equal more options. And if you want more options, this book, Have It All, it will show you how to have all the options. At this point, you are either thinking, dude, that dude is such a fool. I hate him even more based on everything he said in this video. And listen, more power to you. Go live your life. It's your agency. You can do whatever you want. But if you liked what you learned in this book, then you can text me, or you can click the link below and you can pick up a free copy of my book and let me put you on the path to having it all. Side note, this may be an unusual video for you where you're like, I don't really care about your morning routine. I just want to know how to like get rich. I partner with people all over the world. They put up their money from 401ks and IRAs, and then I literally show them how to get really insane performance. If you're curious on how that's working out for my last 1,000 partners, then click right here, watch this video, and let me show you what happens in my fantastical financial world when we build wealth.